All right, it looks like the numbers are kind of slowing down. So Jasmine, you want to get started?
Hi, everyone. So welcome to our first My Energy Future Peak at Home My Energy Future webinar. Peak at Home is a collection of webinars and lessons that you can do at home with little or no materials. You can participate in a live webinar where we discuss various STEM heroes, or you can follow one of our lesson plans at home. Discover how each STEM hero has navigated their path to becoming a professional with the STEM field and give students a glimpse into their STEM future.
So we are the Energy Coalition, or TEC, pronounced TEC. We are a nonprofit organization with over 45 years of experience designing and implementing strategies that transform energy use and inspire people to take responsible energy actions. And this little part here at the bottom is talking about our program Peak at Home, where we're bringing lessons into your home about STEM and STEM education. So if you'd like to register, you can type that link found down at the bottom into your browser and go ahead and sign up. It's available for all educators and families.
So just a brief introduction to myself. My name is Jasmine and I am a Climate Corps Fellow with TEC, and I am located in Riverside, California. I focus on education and training in the Inland Empire.
Hi, and I am Megan. I'm also a Climate Corps Fellow with TEC. I work with Jasmine on the same type of things, education and training wise, except I'm located down in San Diego, so I work with San Diego County. I am so excited to be here to share our incredible STEM hero with you. Are you excited? Are you as excited as I am, Jasmine?
Yes, of course. Yes, I am. Let's take a look at Shavonti Archer, a transmission engineer. I'm going to be playing a video of our STEM hero, and just for reference, these videos can be accessed anytime on our Peak website, which is www.peakstudents.org. Today we'll be showing you the recorded video of Shavonti Archer, and we're going to learn a little bit about her and her skills. So during the presentation, I want you to pay attention to 2 to 3 skills for a skills activity that we'll be doing at the end of the presentation.
All right, let's go ahead and watch it.
All right, hello everyone. I'm Han Nguyen with the Energy Coalition. Welcome to our first.
All right, hold on. There we go.
My name is Shavonti Archer, and I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of briefing of where I come from, my journey to get to where I am today. Okay, so I am currently a Power Delivery Engineer 1 for Florida Power and Light, and it is a electrical utility company in the state of Florida. And that's me down there in the picture, and the poles and wires behind me, those are transmission lines. So I designed these power poles, I analyzed them for distribution and transmission facilities. And what I like most about what I do now is that I'm able to create a design in my head and then actually see it come to life. These poles here are what's used after these poles that you guys see in the picture. They feed the distribution facilities. And when I say the distribution facilities, those are the facilities that actually feed your home. They supply power to your schools. They supply power to your parents' homes. Parents' jobs. So it's basically the backbone to our electrical system. I've been with the company now for about 5 years. It'll be 5 years this June. Really excited about it. And I guess I'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of briefing about where I'm from and how I got to this picture that you see in front of you. So I was raised in Locust Grove, Georgia. I went to Luella High School, and I knew that I wanted to be an engineer around the 10th grade. The 10th grade, I had a class, and it was filled with so many kids who were also interested in math and science, and we were all kind of curious as to what can we do with this kind of, knowledge in the future. We didn't want to be teachers right now, but we knew that it was an interest. And so we had a teacher play us a video, and the video was about solar farms and wind farms and solar power and how all of the power system kind of works. And I said, oh my gosh, that's it. That's what I want to do. And so from 10th grade on is when I decided, I'm going to go and try to be an engineer. I didn't really know what that meant, but I knew that's what I wanted to do. So I have 2 brothers, 2 sisters from my dad, and I have 4 nieces, and that's some of them, some of my siblings, and my dad and my grandma, and my cousins in the picture. And I was raised as an only child, so my grandma and my mom, they helped raise me as well, and so that's why I think I built a lot of strength from being an only child. I really was, talkative and, always ready to make friends. And so that's kind of what I feel like geared me to becoming so strong-minded and strong-willed, So that was pretty cool. And I'm also a first-generation college graduate, so that's pretty, wow. A lot of people ask me, oh, is your dad an engineer? Oh, is your mom an engineer? They sometimes think that you come from like this long line of engineers, and nope, it was just an idea one day in the 10th grade, and here I am. So a little bit about what I love to do. I love to watch movies. I love to read sci-fi novels, autobiographies. I love to online shop, of course. And I love putting things together. And the bottom left-hand corner, you guys, that was a volunteer opportunity. We were doing some playground and adding some garden to a facility down in Broward County, which is one of the counties in Florida. And I love doing stuff like that. I love spending time with my family, my friends, and also my puppy Gizmo. That's my little Gizmo in the top right corner. He's a French bulldog. That's like he's my new obsession. And some of my motivations included in high school, I attended a free class at Georgia Tech in Atlanta, and the Society of Women Engineers were putting on the event, and I was like, I was curious about engineering. I knew I wanted to do it, but I kind of wanted to see what exactly, did they do. And so I went to the event, and it was amazing. All of the women there were so supportive, and they taught us so much about, building and solar power and how you can literally take a design, from paper and putting it into the real world. That was really, really, really cool. And ever since then, I've tried to do my part to give back, just like, they did for me. So I've been encouraging children and even some adults to pursue a career in STEM. I want to say since I started college, so that's since 2009. So ever since I started college, I got involved with Society of Engineers, just like I did in high school. And I've been trying to just encourage more of us, more women, more people who come from underprivileged areas who may think that engineering is not a possibility for them, or any career in the STEM field is not a possibility for them, and it is. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my motivation. Where I went to school, I went to the Georgia Southern University. We like to call it the real GSU. I received my Bachelor's of Science in Mechanical Engineering. I'm also the former president of our Society of Women Engineers chapter at Georgia Southern. So that was pretty cool. And I just want to thank my high school math teachers, Miss Pink and Mr. Gardner, for introducing and encouraging me to go into the field of engineering. Without that video being played that day in class, I would have, who knows where I would be. I definitely don't think this would have been the path I would have even known to look at, because I didn't have engineers in my family. I didn't have access to some of the things that a lot of you students have access to now. So that's pretty, I just want to say thank you. That was awesome. So if you guys have a teacher that you absolutely love, stick to them and soak up all of the knowledge that you absolutely can, because you'll be surprised at how valuable that knowledge is 10, 15 years later. So yes, that's my school, and I love it. So to get there, and that's a picture of me. That's in the distribution side of the house. I do a lot of field meetings and a lot of field checks. I go in the field. They provide us with iPads and all kind of cool technology to get our job done. So never think that, you know, you're not going to be equipped with enough information to get your job done, because the company will provide it. And I wanted to just tell you guys, being different is okay. There is so much power in being an individual. You don't have to be like the next person to succeed. You know, it's unique. You are unique. Everyone, every single person has a specific talent that only you can do. And when you hone in on that and when you know, focus on that, you know, oh my gosh, the sky is the limit. Another thing that I've learned along this journey is ask for help when you don't understand. It's okay to ask for help. All of your failures, all of the things that you say, oh man, why did I do it like that? You'll never do it like that again. But you have to fail, or you have to have those mistakes in order to learn how to succeed. And my last little tidbit is make sure you ask lots of questions. I know you guys have probably heard that saying, there's no stupid answer, but I mean, there's no stupid question, but no question. Literally, that is the truth. Ask lots and lots and lots of questions. That's one thing that, you know, I used to be shy, like, oh, I don't want to ask this question because I don't want to look stupid, or I don't want people to think that I'm stupid. Who cares what people think? If you have a question, you ask, because I guarantee you somebody else in that room has the exact same question. And last but not least, my advice to you is, if you're interested in learning more about STEM activities, events that's going on, please check out my organization called Systematic Motivation. I have a YouTube channel as well where you can do, you can learn about making lava lamps, making a volcano, glitter glow jars. I mean, so much stuff. So I just really think that you guys will enjoy. There's some funny videos on there as well, and there's more coming. You can follow me as well, my business page on IG, Instagram, at Systematic Motivation. And then I'm also on Facebook, which is Systematic Motivation with a space in between. But yeah, I'm so glad for this opportunity. I hope that I help somebody out there kind of get to know the STEM world a little bit more and understand that you can come from any background. You can have both parents, you can have no parents, one parent, you know, it doesn't matter. The opportunities are out there for all of us, and I hope that you guys all take advantage of them. So that's
all right. Wow, cool. Shavonti has some really awesome traits to share about being an engineer, and she has some really cool experience. She actually, really breaking it down, she designs the way electricity travels into your home. And so now I think whenever I turn on a light switch, I'm going to be thinking about Shavonti's engineering skills. So every time that happens, every time I turn on a light switch.
Yeah, so it does take so many different skills to be a successful engineer. Some skills that I noticed she uses are skills like creative design, data analysis, and attention to detail. Megan, what were some skills that you noticed in Shavonti's video?
Yeah, you know, those caught my attention too, but what really brought, you know, a great light to what I saw is how she has a strong work ethic, a lot of confidence, and a positive attitude. Even traits like these are incredibly important to have in the workplace.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I would actually like to know more about what skills it will take to become a successful transmission engineer.
Yeah, me too. So let's take a look. Take out a piece of paper and 3 different colored pens or pencils or markers. If you don't have colors, don't worry, you can still follow along with us with just one color, and we'll be using shapes to differentiate instead. So your job on this piece of paper is to draw a cloud shape in the center. Make it big enough so that you can write Shavonti Archer, transmission engineer, in the middle. This cloud shape is going to be the starting point of our skills map. We're going to look at different skills that Shavonti has and see where they fit into her job. Great. So once you've kind of done that part, we're going to move on to the dark blue bubbles that are branching right off of the cloud. So you're going to make 3 blue bubbles, make them big enough so you can write in them, and then attach those bubbles with lines into your cloud. And these dark blue bubbles are going to showcase our very first trait for Shavonti, and those branch out of her cloud to show just how many traits she can use. Okay, awesome, great job. Next, we're going to create the diamond shape. So this one, make 3 out to the side of your big blue circle. You can create them any colors, but we have orange, blue, and teal. So as you're making these diamond shapes, make 1 line connecting each diamond to each circle. So that's these over here. Nice, let's work on the last one too. So this shape up here, this is your hexagon shape. You can create a different shape if you want, like a triangle, but we've used the hexagon. We've also colored it teal to differentiate the 3rd type of skill set that we'll show as our link to Shavonti. You'll also create 1 line connecting it to your blue circle. And you'll make 3 once more so that you have the 3 subsets of her traits. Okay, so I know you're probably wondering what is going to go inside of these bubbles, and we'll get to that right now. So it's important to think about what kind of skills there are for a job. And really, when we break it down, we have 3 different types of skills. There are technical skills, workplace skills, and interpersonal skills. So as you can see, the colors coordinate and the shapes coordinate to your bubbles or your boxes or your hexagons or diamonds on your map. We're going to start with the first box, or the first bubble rather, the technical skills. So when you think about technical skills, they are the ability and the knowledge to work on specific tasks in your job. So for energy-focused jobs, you need to have employees that would be well-trained in scientific principles, processes, and things like data analytics.
Yeah, so now that we're going to be talking about technical skills, let's think about Shavonti Archer. What would her technical skills be? So now it's your turn to decide what 3 technical skills she would need in her job. So you guys can send us a chat in Zoom to participate, and you can use a list that we've provided to help you out. So we'll give you about 30 seconds to come up with your skills.
And if you need, here's a list of some we've already thought of that might help you out. Awesome, looks like we're getting chats already.
Yay!
Great, we've gotten a lot. We have things like creative problem solving, process thinking, modeling, design direction, data analysis. Great. Yes, I love all the participations. Okay, so thinking about it now, where are we going to put these? Well, we're going to put them inside of our dark blue bubbles. So far we have gotten design direction. We also have gotten data analysis, and we've also gotten modeling. So you guys have given out some great ideas for our dark blue bubbles. Now, she's obviously going to need a lot more skills to become a transmission engineer, but she also needs these ones, and these are the ones we are going to focus on. So write these in your bubble, just like we did.
Yeah, these all look super great. Thank you everyone for participating. So now we're going to move on to our next skill set. And this skill set is workplace skills. So when you think about workplace skills, think about the general skills that you'll need to succeed anywhere, whether it's general problem solving, following instructions, or teamwork. Let's take a look at our skills word bank and see what words connect to Shavonti's skills. So make sure these new skills connect to our previous skills that we chose, and we'll give you about another 30 seconds to pick out your new skills.
Send them over in the chat. Nice. We have some creativity, time management, attention to detail. Resource planning. Good, you still have some time left. Let's get a few more in there from everybody.
If you want to participate even more, you can add why you think these skills are applicable to her job.
Exactly. Great, we also got deliverable design. Perfect. Okay, so let's think about our very first big blue bubble, design direction. Looks like we've gotten a lot of different answers, but I think we're gonna take for this one our creativity answer. So we'll write that in our orange diamond, creativity. So you can write it in your bubble too. And creativity works a lot with design, and I think Shavonti really needs to use it because she said herself that she creates her own projects and has to use her own mind, her own vision to find something that will fit her specific community or fit her specific project. So she has to use a lot of creativity to figure out what is a great method to implement her ideas. Let's think about some of the other ones we've gotten as well. For modeling, it seems that we've gotten a lot of creativity or time management. We've also gotten attention to detail, and we've also gotten deliverable design. I think, let's see, I think deliverable design will be a really good one to put for modeling. You have to be able to show your model to somebody else, like your boss or your client or the community, in a way that will make sense to them. So deliverable design has this idea of using those visual techniques to your advantage, and that would really help with her modeling skills. Let's focus now on data analysis. We've got a lot also that say attention to detail, which I think is perfect for this one. So let's write attention to detail in our next orange square. Attention to detail and data, they go hand in hand. There's a lot of data to analyze, and you have to be very meticulous and very focused on each little portion of that data. And so I think we've gotten our full now 3 workplace techniques, or skills rather.
Yeah, you guys are all doing such a great job at figuring out the connections between each skill.
Yeah, I think we're almost done. So let's keep going and take a look at our final skill set, interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills mean how you interact with the people around you, so all of your other people. For example, traits such as communication, attitude, helpfulness, manners, all of those traits are what interpersonal means. Let's look at the table and think about what we would connect now with Shavonti. Keep in mind that now you both have technical and workplace skills to go off of. So each set of your bubbles is specific. So find one that matches each set of those bubbles. Send in your chats, everybody. I expect a lot. Good, we have a lot, yay. Yeah, we have things like confidence, passion, enthusiasm, self-motivation, strong work ethic. Good. Shout out some more. I think Shavonti has a lot of these already, but we'll put just a few of them onto our bubbles. Passion, yes, she was so excited about engineering and positivity. I love hearing all of your answers. This is wonderful, and you guys are so smart. All right, Jasmine, what do you say? Shall we fill out our last bubbles?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm seeing that ideation is a really good one. This is basically the ability to form creative and strategic ideas when brainstorming, which is definitely something that Shavonti exemplifies throughout her work. So that would be our first one. So we would add that to the design direction and creativity. So these three work well together for what Shavonti does. For our second one, we'll look at self-motivation for sure. Definitely, she'll need to have self-motivation when coming up with deliverable designs, when modeling what her work is. And then lastly, we have strong work ethic. And of course, being an engineer is a lot of work, and she definitely feels passionate, and she shows her work ethic throughout all of her time.
Yes. So we can add all of these into our hexagon square or hexagon shapes and ensure that we have all of our bubbles filled out. As you can see, excuse me, as you can see, Shavonti has many skills that she has implemented to her work as a transmission engineer. And as you noticed and you have talked about, she's so passionate. And so from that passion, from that creativity, all the way to her strong work ethic and attention to detail, she uses these skills daily. And we were able to identify all of these skills during her interview. And so I think that's a really great thing to take away from this, is that you can apply a lot of these different skills to her job, but you can also apply it outside of her job too, and to other different jobs as well. So thank you for joining us today. We hope that you learned something new and really enjoyed this webinar. We have another webinar coming up. That one will be on Thursday, April 2nd at 2 p.m. to go over another really fun activity. So you can get to know a lot more STEM heroes and participate in skills activities that will help you in your STEM future careers. If you have any questions, chat us and we'll send an email back to you to answer. Thank you all.
This webinar was brought to you by the Energy Coalition. With NGSS-aligned and environmentally focused STEM lessons, the Energy Coalition provides Peek at Home, digital lessons designed to support your students' curiosity for science and exploration from the comfort of home. To sign up is quick and easy. Simply visit the Families Corner of the Peek website at peekstudents.org/families-corner. There, you can complete the registration form for access to our full Peek at Home library and for more information on all Peek program offerings.